It's Saturday. Daily messages. I inspired a lot. Empty hustle. I haven't done a YouTube live. YouTube is the most weirdest place to do a live. Is this guy on? Okay, he's on. The weirdest to do lives. I don't like doing them here because nobody's ever watching my stuff. But yeah, I haven't shot on Tuesday, haven't shot today too, haven't done any research because I just started another channel which focuses more on this Rugby World Cup. I felt, man, I should get in. I don't just focus on the Rugby World Cup, but try and focus also on sport, football. Sport happening around the world. Rugby, soccer, boxing. I need to talk about all of those. But yeah, no, as many people know, it's September. We have the Vinduk show coming up, the agricultural show. I'm thinking I probably need to attend that. I probably also need to go and do some, what are these things? I probably need to go and do some recording at that agricultural show. So I'm still thinking about it. I was busy telling a friend of mine that I might have to go to that agricultural show and go do some recordings, talk to farmers, interview farmers there, and probably go live on YouTube. People can, my subscribers, not any and everybody, just my subscribers can watch those videos. Because I'm noticing an interesting trend on this channel is we have a lot of non-subscribers. A lot of non-subscribers watch my videos, and very small subscribers watch these videos. So I think I need to change that up. But the agricultural show is coming up in Windhoek. I think it's kicking off this weekend. It has to be this weekend. This weekend they're kicking off where you're going to have various farmers from livestock sector. Some farmers, I don't think we do the vegetable guys, but they also come. And then there'll be the tractor companies that also be there. Opportunity to get to talk with the salespeople. This is something I'm looking forward to. So I'm just prepping myself for that one. I might have to go attend. I think 25th of September, the livestock land. And then the week after the weekend, that week, they're going to start having the various competitions. I've been invited already by um, one of the Brandvi breeders. They've invited me to attend their Brandvi Jubilee. I think the Brandvi is now maybe 100 years in Namibia. So I was invited to attend that. So I'll need to do good on that promise. Yeah, so this would be a big opportunity because all the farmers will be in one place. I mean, all the breeders, let me call them stud breeders, will all be in one place. You'd have access to Brahman farmers, Simbra farmers, Simmental farmers. No, Bosmara doesn't attend auction, doesn't attend shows. Charolais, some American, European, here in Gunis don't attend. Afrikaner farmers would be there also because the Afrikaner is starting to be taken to the show. So it'll be a good time. So I'd really love to attend this event. Eh? I just have to look how my finances look like to be able to go and attend the agricultural show, the Vinduk show, just to be able to talk to these farmers and just hear. And then you also have some small stock farmers, your goats, your sheep, they'll also be there. Various breeders of these animals will be talking about these things. And I think I have to attend. I think I have to attend this event. I think one has to be there just to represent the headman of cattle brand there and see what and show the farmers what we're all about. I know many of you guys come here and say you must host interviews, you must interview more farmers. Uh, it's easier said than done, guys. I don't know the agricultural sector. Well, my leg isn't it. People in the agricultural sector are very conservative. They don't like being recorded. They don't like being put in interviews. They don't like being put in open positions. They tend to want to avoid stuff like that. So then I've invited many of them for us to talk to them, for us to interview them. It's a problem. Uh, Still working on this Farmers Day. I've been feeling a bit off when it comes to this agricultural thing. I've been having some serious conversations with myself whether I still want to pursue or give up. But it's something that I have to eventually have a conversation on because this Farmers Day had to be done this month, the 9th. The 9th is gone of September. We're already moving towards the 14th and 20th there. Um, so I've been just trying to figure it out, like what's the next step from this one? What's the next level of it? Do we go full production house or what exactly? Where do we go from here? Because we've been at it for 6 years. The channel turned six. I was quite happy for it. We've yet not have gotten any sponsorship. Sponsorship is still a nightmare in this country of mine. Companies don't just come out and sponsor. Um, it's been a problem, man. It's been a problem, bro. It's been a problem. I know one subscriber came through and said, you must go and do some of your recordings in the field. You must go to the tractor garages. You must go to the cattle crawls and all those type of things. But as I said, resources are limited, and I am very limited in my ability to do certain things. But we try. Now, something that was quite interesting that was spoken to, some guy added me to an agricultural platform, and one member was busy telling me, no, we want our land back, want our land, want our cattle back. And then I asked him, what do you mean your cattle and your land? What's going on? He's like, no, what happened during the country being colonized, during the term of colonialization of Namibia by the Germans and the conquest by the Germans. So the tribes that were infected being the Nama, the Damaras, the Hereros, and some of the San people. So now the Hereros and the Namas, mostly them, the Damaras here and there, but mostly the Hereros and the Namas are the people that are always demanding their land to be returned. And every time they want this land returned, some of them have a very not so good outlook. They say the land should be returned to us and it should be only us farming here in the greater the part of the country. And then I told him, yes, I agree with you. I am 110% with you fixing what was done during the period of conquest, fixing the wrongs that were done then. But where I disagree with you, my leader, is on the point of just returning something and disbarring other people. My opinion, if you made me the president of the country, I would have been saying, let us give land to those men and women that are able to do something with this land. It will really be disingenuous. Actually, let me say, it will really be wrong of us if we take land, let's say government buys most of the farms or expropriate most of the land, and we give that land to individuals. Yes, I believe we need to do redressing of what happened in the past. But when we say we're just going to take land and we're just going to give it to any Tom, Dick, and Jerry. And we're not going to focus and say, let us give it to Tom because Tom has at least credentials in agriculture. He's done this business. He knows what it's all about. He knows how to do cattle farming and knows how to run a big sizable farm. Isn't it the way we should go? But this senior was just like, nah, man, we want our land. We don't care about whatever you people are talking about. Give us the land first. We'll sort out everything afterwards. And I told him, we can't do that. Because you realize that a farm, if it's run properly within a particular community, that farm has the capabilities of employing, let's say, 10 or even let's say five people, disconnecting five people from having to receive unemployment grants, disconnecting five people from being unemployed and actually bringing them into the level of being employed and being a larger tax base to pay tax. But when you are sitting there and you are busy saying that, no, these people must still be, these people must still be, what do you call this? These people must still be, I mean, the land must be taken and returned to the rightful owners of the land. I'm saying, yes, I agree with that. I agree with you 110%, but I'm on the mindset of particularly agricultural land. If you're talking of giving ERFs in Windhoek, in the central, the CBD of Namibia, which is Windhoek, the capital of the country, Windhoek, giving people land in rural towns so they can build houses for themselves, so their kids don't need to stay in hostels, but they have a house in the town. The kids can go from the hostel to from school to the house every day, which is good. But if we're talking about agricultural land, I just argued with him this point and say, let's rather put able-bodied men and women that know what they're doing, men and women that can do something, men and women that will take these farms or take these pieces of land and do something productive and employ. Because right now, as we're speaking, Namibia is still a net importer of food, material, equipment. We import almost everything. Namibia is a net importer. And then we export most of our mineral. I remember years back, we used to export our gold to South Africa for it to be smelted and turned into a gold bar. We used to also export our diamonds to South Africa for them to be polished and cut and turned into jewelry, and then we buy that back. But moving forward, I think we want also to move away from just even exporting meat. like exporting live animals to South Africa for them to be slaughtered. Want to export meat that is already a cow that's already been processed. So it means we need to put the right men and women in these positions. But then again, when it comes to agriculture, and I said this, we can say agriculture contributes 6 or 5 or 10% of the local gross domestic product, money wise, but it is not taken that seriously. You sit down and look at things in terms of even farmers themselves. Farmers are fighting battles on their own. Government doesn't really come on board to help subsidize agriculture. I think if government was to subsidize certain things in agriculture, it would make most farmers more productive. If you're a crop farmer right now and you want to buy an irrigation system, I don't think government comes on board to assist you to buy it. You have to pay it yourself, and then you need to deal with the dividend, or you need to deal with with paying servicing that loan, is the term which they would use. You need to figure out how you're going to service that loan. Government doesn't come on board anyway. And that's what I said. If we want to see this country become a gross producer of products and food, we need to first put the right people in the right positions. Secondly, we need to subsidize farmers. We need to subsidize farmers for them to be able to buy equipment, get the right equipment and the right technology. Because if we proceed, if to get the right equipment by technology, because I even said it, there are so many external pressures in the agricultural sector. It's international, it's natural, it's policy by government. For example, I think government increased the salary of farm workers to about, I think it's if it's not 2,000, 1,005 to 2,000 Namibian dollars that farmers should pay. And fine, it's good, it's okay that farmers should pay their workers a proper salary. But you should also take into account things like some farmers, are they even making any returns from these farms? Because if we proceed on the journey of just increasing the salary of farm workers, some of these people might not even get employment. Because sooner or later, farmers would rather say, rather than me sending so much money to employ somebody, why don't I just take that money and go buy go buy machines that can do the job the farm worker is supposed to do. Because nowadays, what do most farm workers do on big farms? Is just open the gate, cows go out, cows go out to graze, open the gate, cows come back to drink water, have a leak, and cows go back. The only time you really need them is when you are doing things like applying, injecting your cows or applying tick medication. But with the technologies nowadays, the spraying systems that you can build on your farm, where your cows can walk through it and and the cows get sprayed for ticks, or dipping equipment, um, automated gates that can automatically open, the cows go out to graze, and you monitor your cows with cameras or with GPS systems, with tracking devices. All these things are now available to farmers. So I said we need to be very careful with trying to increase certain things, because if we keep on increasing them too much, you might create a system whereby this group of unskilled labor, such as farm laborers, will probably not be able to get employment. Or what might start happening, we will start importing job seekers. It's a big thing in South Africa. They're fighting about saying this undocumented people coming in to come work on farms. In Namibia, it does happen. I know most of the northeastern part of Namibia, most of the people that work there, let me say, most of the northern part of Namibia, most of the people that work on those farms or villages or farms are mostly people from the neighboring countries. Like in the Zambezi, you have a lot of Zambians who are working there. In the north, the O region, you find a lot of people from Angola. Also in the Kavango, you also find a lot of people from Angola or Botswana working there and being laborers there. So it means it's imported labor. And the reason why some farmers do that is to cut corners to avoid this new amendments that were made to increase the pay package of farm laborers. And it becomes problematic. In Mexico, it's literally a problem because I know they're busy talking about building a border, building a fence, and between Mexico and America, build a fence, and they're trying to fight to say, listen, we can't continue bringing in these people. Because what it means when you start having undocumented laborers on a farm, it means that those undocumented laborers don't subscribe to the labor laws of a particular country. If the country says $2,000 a month, this laborer is probably getting 500 Namibian dollars or 600 Namibian dollars, or if he's lucky, gets 1,000 Namibian dollars because he or she is working. And he can't run to a labor commission because number one, he himself is already illegally in the country. And him being illegal in the runs and goes reports, he will end up being arrested for entering a country illegally. So there's a lot that needs to be turned around and fixed in the agricultural sector, and it's gonna take a hell of a journey. I believe that it's taking a journey, and many people are getting into it. I see many young people very interested. TikTok account is exploded. Many people follow us there. The Induna We page, and I see many people asking interesting questions. Sometimes simple, sometimes dumb questions. I mean, you'd say it's a simple or a dumb question, sorry, but it's a question that people are asking because people are taking interest. But and I always encourage the TikTok influencers, agriculture influencers, to always tell the truth when it comes to the sector. Tell the people what are the difficulties in this sector so people make a decision whether they want to be part of it or not be part of it. That's what I always encourage people to do. So this is like my what, seventh, eighth, or 10th YouTube live. It just had one viewer, two, and none of you guys are here. But like I said, the showgrounds is coming up. I'd love to attend it. I'll probably see how my finances look like, and then I'll go attend it. So I can actually get to interview farmers and we can have more interview with farmers on this platform. Less me, more farmers, less reading, more people who live this life telling you the stories. And we can just see where we can go with it, man. Like I said, it's been 6 years. It's been a grueling journey. Grueling, let me put it like this. It's been a grueling 6 years because I've had to go through shrinking, you know, go from starting this thing, having money to not having zero money. Can't even have money to go and interview somebody at his office because I'm broke half of the time. And that's what this channel is asked for. It's our sacrifice in time, some days of editing, you know, some of the videos. You guys just get to watch the end product and you criticize. But my laptop and my external hard drive has, I think, over 100 videos on it, maybe close to 300 already, just of the different videos that I've done. My iPad, I have to always transfer things to my computer. It's been a journey, man. Being a content creator, particularly in the agricultural sector, when you don't have the backing and you don't have the big companies with big money, it's a difficult journey. Let's not lie to each other. I know many people would say YouTube is easy, start a channel, passive income. Passive income means income that comes slowly. It takes time to come in. There's no income here in YouTube. This is why you see most people that do YouTube are either employed, work, and then YouTube sometimes over weekends. And unfortunately for me, when I started my YouTube channel, I was employed. This is why I used to do them like very late at 4, 5. But then I lost my job due to COVID and lost my job due to the economy of the country shrinking. It's been hard to try and get employment back. And then you try to launch your own businesses, but like they say, you need to spend money in order to make money. And unfortunately, I don't have. This is what I don't have. It's quite frustrating. But yeah, no, that's all I had to say, guys. It was good seeing that one or two viewers, and I appreciate, but I just want to say I appreciate the support that I've been getting on this channel. Those that like, subscribe, comment, and give suggestions on how we can improve the channel. I read everything and I do try to implement what you guys say, but I can't always implement everything. At a point, I need also to draw a line and say, this is the cost that I want to go of this. But I want to appreciate the people that have been part of this family for the longest time. I tried to create a YouTube channel, I mean, a YouTube WhatsApp platform where we were supposed to talk about suggestions how to improve, share ideas on agriculture. But some people hijacked it and just started marketing their stuff on my platform. And I think some of them are subscribers of this platform. That's why I had to discontinue that WhatsApp channel, like WhatsApp group. Maybe one day we'll bring it back. I don't know. And someone have to administrate it because there are too many things that I'm busy administrating now or dealing with. Like they say you're juggling so many balls and you're trying to catch 10 balls at once. It's a bit difficult. But I just want to say I appreciate everybody who's been part of this. I appreciate everybody who's been part of this journey and being with this channel to this point. I appreciate everything. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say bye for now.